What is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to use the PO33, which I have here on the table, to process a sample. I'm going to feed that into the Mark II, and then I'm going to use Ableton for the final arrangement of the beat. So it's quite a convoluted process, but I think this should be quite fun. I have gone ahead and loaded up a sample into the PO33 already. I was trying to do it on the video, and because of the kind of loopback that was going on, I was getting a lot of noise, so I thought it would be better if I just loaded the sample in first and we can take it from there. So my plan basically is to do some manipulation of the sample on the PO33, and obviously because I've run it through there as well, hopefully it gives it a little bit of character and a little bit of source. Then what I'm going to do is put it in the Mark II, add some effects and beef it up a bit. Then I'm going to move it into Ableton and do the arrangement side of things. Now I don't know if the arrangement side of things is going to be included in this video, but there will be a full video about that very soon. I know a few of you have been asking in the comments, how am I going to arrange my beats in Ableton? How do I do it? I will be doing a full video about that soon, just on its own. I need to figure out all the technical side of recording my screen and voice at the same time, so that's why that's not been done yet. So let's get into this one straight away. I'll do my best to keep this still. I know it can be annoying trying to see what's going on with this device on the camera, but I'll try and keep this as still as possible, and I'll show you the sound that I've got here. Basically what I need to do first is choose a pitch that I like. I could have gone ahead and shot this on the PO33 as well if I wanted, but it'll just be easier to do that in Ableton at the end. So let's go through and find the pitch. Okay, I kind of like there, so I think 8, and we'll do a little bit of effects. Let's add some filter. So we'll add some low pass filter. You might not be able to see, but it says LPF on the screen, and I'm just adjusting that. I can play with the resonance as well. Okay, that sounds really, really nice. I've got a really warm sound to that, so I'm going to go ahead and record that into my SP404 Mark II. So record 1, and that's going to have the 303 compression on it as well while I record. Okay, that's recorded in. It took a little bit of time because the sample was about 40 seconds, and obviously I was playing at a slower pace as well, so I think that took about a minute. But now I've got that full waveform in here, and what I'm going to do is actually just normalize that. So that's normalized as well now, so just adjust the volume of this a little bit so it doesn't blow your ears out. And let's see if we can find some effects that will work quite well. Now, I have been struggling with 404 vinyl sim recently. Let me know if you guys do as well. When I seem to apply it, it kind of adds like a distortion, which I don't really like. I don't think that used to happen on the SX as much as it does on here. So really don't like that. So I'm going to try something else. Maybe we'll try the Old Faithful Crusher, which I absolutely love. It does actually sound really nice again. So I'm going to resample that. Again, this is going to take a very long time. But we'll go ahead and do that to start off with. So we'll add that, and I'll change the effect settings so that I can stack 2 to save myself a bit of time here. And maybe we'll do some isolator. Okay, I'm kind of happy with that. We can always do a little bit of work later in Ableton, but that's sounding really, really nice. It's got a nice lo-fi tone to it. Sounds quite gritty, and it's really warm as well. So I'll resample that, and that'll be the only resampling that I'm going to do, and then that'll be going into Ableton. Okay, that's done. It's finally resampled that. Sounds absolutely crazy. I can't wait to get this into Ableton and start playing around with it. So I'll see what I can do in terms of recording the screen and showing you guys what I'm doing, and hopefully you can see how I use Ableton to compose my beats. It might not be a full screen recording. I might just put a camera on my screen. It's not the best for now, but it's something that can work. So let's see what happens. Okay guys, unfortunately for this video I didn't manage to figure out how to get it all working so I could record and make the beat inside Ableton at the same time. So I've just done a time lapse here. You can see that the majority of the work was basically taking that long sample and sticking it in simpler and finding all the points that I wanted to chop it at so that I could start making a beat. So that's what I did there. And then after that, basically, I just used some of my drums from my new pack. It's Hip Hop Drums Volume 2. I started using those, dropping those in, and making a loop to go over the top. I shamelessly did that with my mouse, so I apologise for that. I did use the Mark II for the chops, though, which was really, really nice. I love using that as a MIDI controller because you kind of get the feel of the SP, but you're inside Ableton arranging, so that does feel nice. So yeah, just basically went through the notions of making some loops, which I like the sound of, cutting them to length, etc. Doing quite a lot of EQ to get everything sounding right. You can see I'm doing that on the drums quite a bit here. And altogether, ended up coming up with a couple of ideas for loops, and they worked really well together. So yeah, sorry that I didn't manage to make this work. I will look into this in the future and try and get a working workflow where I can talk over the top and make the beat at the same time and record the screen. It's new territory for me, obviously, as well, because I'm used to doing most of my videos using hardware. So yeah, that was it, really. I just wanted to say that there wasn't an awful lot of crazy stuff going on inside this particular project. Like I say, it's mainly EQ and just getting those chops sorted out. Okay guys, that was basically my end-to-end process of making a beat using the PO33, the SP404 Mark II, and Ableton for the arrangement. I think that captured the best of all the devices, and again I'm going to use another awesome part of the SP404 Mark II, and that is for performing this beat. So just before I do that, I just want to say, if you would like to pick up my new drum pack, head to spvids.com. It's Hip Hop Drums Volume 2 that is now available. Instant download after the purchase, so you can put that into your project straight away. All the drums from this were from that pack, and the voice bites were as well. So go and check that out and see what you get inside. I think it's really good value for money, and it keeps me doing what I'm doing here. So I really appreciate the support. And thanks to all of you that have been picking up stuff from my shop recently. It really is greatly appreciated. Okay, without further ado, let's get back on the Mark II, and I'll show you the performance of this final beat.